My 4 best bets for week 7 in the NFL. We have 3 player props and 1 game pick. So far this NFL season, I'm up 14.1 units, and I will always be transparent with my picks. You can go through my last couple videos and see what we've taken. We did hit last night on the Denver Broncos money line. That was a no sweat and a very boring game, which you love to see as a bettor. And if you just found this page, welcome. My name is Matthew King, and this is a channel where you can get all of my NFL bets all season long first. Not on TikTok, not on Twitter, only on YouTube. And if you like some of these insights that I get from hours of research, and if you want to tail some of my picks, just make sure to click that subscribe button. These picks are completely free, and that's how you guys can support me. Also, let me know in the comments if you're going to tail or fade some of these picks. Now, before we get started, this is just your friendly reminder that this channel is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They rank on a 0 to 10 score on each ticket to know if you're getting a good or a bad deal. Green means good and red means bad. Plus, my viewers get $20 off their first ticket purchase with my code YAPMAT. That's YAPMATT. It's also on the screen down here. And make sure to click the link in the description to download the app and use code YAPMAT when you check out. All right, let's get into the picks. So I'm going to give you guys my player props first. And my first player prop is actually in the Cincinnati Bengals versus Cleveland Browns game. And I'm actually looking to Chase Brown. His receiving line is set at 15.5 receiving yards. And honestly, I'm not understanding the line here. To me, it's very, very high. He's hit this under in 6 of 6 games this year. He averages 2 receptions per game and 8 receiving yards per game. But not only that, Cleveland's defense is ranked 2nd in the NFL to giving receiving yards to running backs. So they're the 2nd best team in the NFL at stopping running backs from catching the ball. Brown's target share on the team is at a 7.8. That is 7th ranked on the team. Joe Burrow has not thrown him the ball very much. Only 2 running backs have hit this number on the Browns defense this year. Like I said, I'm not really understanding the line here. All of the statistics back up that this should go way under. I would expect maybe 8 to 10 yards from Chase Brown. Hopefully we don't get something fluky. I hate taking receiving yards under just because, you know, he can catch something for 30 plus yards, but the statistics back it up. Cleveland's defense is really good at stopping the pass for running backs, and on different books it's at different numbers. Like I believe on FanDuel it's at 14.5 and on DraftKings it's at 15.5, and I expect this line to keep going down. So I am taking Chase Brown under 15.5 receiving yards. And before I give you my next player prop, if you want to get any of these statistics that are popping up on the screen, you should download Outlier. I've used this app the past 2 seasons, and it has been so much easier doing research and being able to win on player props and game picks. It really does help with your knowledge of the game, and it gives you every single statistic possible for you to have an advantage. My viewers also get 7 days for free using my code YAPMAT. Just click the link in the description, download the app, use my code, try it for 7 days. If you don't like it, just put a reminder in your calendar to cancel it. But I guarantee, I said the same thing when I downloaded it, I guarantee you will not cancel it. All right, let's get into the second pick, Houston Texans against the Green Bay Packers. I'm looking at Joe Mixon. So something is really off with his receiving line. He is set at 18.5 receiving yards on DraftKings, but he's set at 16.5 receiving yards on FanDuel. He has hit this in every single game he's played this year, 3 of 3. Green Bay is ranked 29th in receiving yards allowed to running backs this year. Green Bay is also ranked 9th in EPA per pass. That's pretty good. So I expect a lot of checkdowns from CJ Stroud. Here are the running backs that Green Bay has faced this season that have gone over this number. James Conner, 4 catches for 22 yards. Aaron Jones, 4 catches for 46 yards. Tajay Spears, 4 catches for 54 yards. And Jonathan Taylor, 2 catches for 32 yards. And Saquon Barkley, 2 catches for 23 yards. With this line being at 16.5 at one book on FanDuel and DraftKings getting ahead of it, putting it 2 yards ahead at 18.5, I expect this number to go up. I did bet the 18.5 on DraftKings by accident, but then I went back and also bet it on FanDuel at 16.5. Make sure you guys always line shop. And like I said, Outlier shows you the line shopping, so it will be much easier to get the best line and the best odds. I also have a bonus player prop. I really like Joe Mixon over 2.5 receptions, just because the same exact numbers from before. He should have 3+ receptions. I would assume probably around 30 yards. So I really like his receiving yards and his reception. I'm looking at Monday Night Football here. So I know this isn't on Sunday, but I want to get it right now because I actually really like the line, and I also really like the odds on this. Baker Mayfield's touchdown passes is set at 1.5. He has hit over this in 10 of his last 13 games. He has also hit this in 4 of 6 games this year. The only 2 times that Baker has not thrown 2+ touchdowns was against Denver, who's probably the best defense in the NFL, and Detroit, who was a very good defense. They might not be as good without Aiden Hutchinson now, but Detroit's played really good defense, especially against the pass this season. The Ravens are, and I'm a Ravens fan, so I know everything Ravens. I watch all their film. They are ranked 27th in EPA per pass. They have been really, really bad against the pass this year. They are also ranked 27th in passing touchdowns given up this year. Baltimore is the best run defense in the NFL. I expect the Buccaneers to throw the ball a lot. I can also see them falling behind to a good team like Baltimore. I could see this being a shootout, and Baker is going to have to do a lot of the work. The 3 of the best quarterbacks to play the Ravens this year is Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott, and Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, and Dak Prescott all hit 2+ passing touchdowns. The only quarterback that did not hit it was week 1, Patrick Mahomes, and he hasn't had a great season anyway. So I am taking Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and that one might be my lock of the week. This Ravens pass defense is not very good, and if they somehow do play good, that means the Ravens are probably going to roll, because that has been their problem the entire season and why games have been close. So that means more throwing opportunities for Baker Mayfield. The receivers are really good. I don't see a good matchup for the Ravens, so give me Baker over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And my last bet for Week 7 comes on Monday Night Football. I will be at the game this Monday, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Baltimore Ravens. And like I've said before on this channel, I bet the Ravens a lot because I know this team, and I'm not biased. I would not bet Baker Mayfield over his touchdown passes if I was completely biased. I watched the film of the Ravens ever since week 1, so I know everything about this team. The Bucs are ranked 18th in EPA per play on defense, and they are ranked 30th in EPA per rush. Baltimore should win this game handedly. That's how I feel. I think the defense is a little bit of an issue, but I think Baltimore is going to play the time of possession game by running the football efficiently. And I know Tampa has actually been pretty good against the pass this year. I believe they're 9th in EPA per pass, but when the play action opens from the run game with Derrick Henry, you can see how it affects the game. They have not played a team like Baltimore where you have a running quarterback like Lamar Jackson, you have Derrick Henry. It really does open up the pass game. So it's going to be really hard for this Bucs defense to stop Baltimore at all. I think Baltimore actually wins this game by 10+ points. I have Baltimore Ravens at -3. You can call it bias. You cannot take it if you want to, and also road favorites over the past 2 weeks are 10-0. I expect that to stay consistent. And even with Denver last night, they won and they were a road favorite. Road favorites have been eating the past 2 weeks, and I think that continues in Week 7. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back on Wednesday, hopefully. Like I said, I'm traveling to Tampa for my Thursday night football picks. If I decide to bet anything else before this Sunday, make sure to follow my Twitter. It's up above right here. And also, just a reminder, like I said, I'm traveling. If I do not have a video out by Wednesday, I will post my play for Thursday Night Football on Twitter. So make sure to follow that. You can also follow my socials, which is linked down below. Please follow the TikTok, the Twitter, the Instagram, all that stuff. And make sure, once again, to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all of you guys, and I love you guys, and let's win.